Hello, everybody. Magandang gabi. Maraming salamat for being here. This is the GPMS Philippines meeting of April. Today is Monday 7th. So awesome that I like some of the astrology. Mercury is going direct, and a lot of kind of planets are helping us like have a little bit more energy. We're talking with at the Macy also. So it's like we've been held like to stay, be more in silent mode, more with yourself, going inside, doing like revision of what are you entertaining with your thoughts, what are you giving energy to, all of those things. Are you being kind to yourself? All of these questions we needed to ask ourselves. And now it's more like, okay, now go. Now you have a little bit more energy. You can go to the outside and try out all that you have been revising. Now we can go out and see how we go, see what we learned. So I hope we're all learning. I really trust that. So welcome everybody. Hello, Sister Lody from the Central Station in Pandacan.
Yes. Magandang gabi po sa lahat. And we have representative from Cebu, from Palawan, from Davao. Who else is here? Do we
I
have
am now
somebody
in
from the
Cebu.
north? You're back in Cebu. The last month you were in Davao. Yes.
Yeah, yesterday pa
You
lang.
just came
Kagabi pa lang.
from. Mhm. So, anybody po na galing ng north, Ilocos or mm, meron ba tayong present from the north?
See, we never
Yung iba,
got to also to reconnect with Isabella, did we?
um, the the ones in Isabela are asking for updates.
Hmm.
There is Sister Milagros.
Hmm.
That's so far she's only the one that I know from Isabela who has been asking for updates.
Yeah.
The most active ones are from the south, like Cebu, Palawan, and Sister Nora de Guzman from Ilocos, but I think
Ilocos.
she's not here. She's
No,
not
he's
here
not here
yet.
today.
Mhm.
See, very nice work also in Ilocos, but yeah, maybe mainly in all the south area. This year was more about the south.
Mhm.
Last year was a bit of it of the north and then center. But yeah, we'll get to it. I'm also interested, sis. I just wanted to know if you had any feedback when you went to Palawan also and you met some of the tribal leaders.
Yes, as of now, I have gone through almost one fourth from the list, and
Awesome.
I have forwarded those files for to Sister Nya, and she had time finally yesterday, or I think it's early this morning when I saw her message that she had imported almost 11,000 names.
Wow. Lovely.
Yes,
Lovely, lovely.
despite of the challenges that they are going through, so she has managed to have time to import those names.
Yeah, yeah, she was kind of with many things, and we sent her a lot of love and light and courage mainly. That is what we all need to step forward and to start, like we were saying, we were more in a going inside phase, and now it's a little bit of okay, going outside, expressing, but that's when you see if the things that you think or that you say that you do, if then they really match with your reality of how you act and how you present yourself then to others. So it's kind of like the same thing. There's many people that they think they are already outside, for example, like the system, and that they have all these ideals well established, that we are this divine delegation, that we came here on a divine soul mission to change the world mainly. But then when you're faced face to face with the system and the things, that's where you really are tested in what you're saying. And I also could, I've had the best example with a friend that he's kind of like not that much into inner work, let's say, and I was like doing like a lot of it. And when we face ourselves with these people that they think they have authority, I just like laughed and I didn't say, they say you need to do that. No, I don't need to, but okay, thank you very much for because you think you're taking care of me, but I don't need that. I can take care of myself. It's so good. Thank you. I'm exempt of everything. At the moment, you know what it was about the stupid things they wanted to put in their faces. There's no, it's a no-brainer that it doesn't serve for anything. And all the things that they wanted to put, or even the tests that they wanted to do. No, I even did a card for myself saying it, and my friend immediately did as the authority said. He put the thing and he did everything. And I was looking at him like saying, What you doing, dude? Come on, you didn't need to. But his fear couldn't help him. He could act, had to act that way. He thinks he's lesser than these people that they say they have authority over them. I don't believe that, but you need to do like that inner work, bringing the authority back to yourself, the responsibility back to yourself, all these things. Because when you don't do that, we know us above, so below, us inside, so outside. If my beliefs are not very, how do you say, solid, well, the reality is going to show that to me. So sometimes we don't need to see like situations as bad, but just the situations just are just showing you where you are, kind of. So you need to have these situations to help you see where you are, to see where you still need to make some adjustments in your belief, in what you think of yourself, and all of those things. We have the story of Lee when he went to Philippines, and in the airport they didn't let him go out of the airport because he didn't get tested. And of course he never did this. So and he just said, I'm not gonna do it. Do whatever you want. What you're doing is wrong, is causing harm to your brothers and sisters. I'm not causing harm to anyone. So I'm just gonna stand here, and eventually they let him go. But that didn't mean that he for a moment was surrounded many people with uniforms and just this huge guns and whatever that they want to instill that fear. But if one is just like, I got no fear because I got nothing to be fearful of. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm acting like from my higher self. I'm not doing any harm. And you just stay there. We do not negotiate with those that wants to apply these rules with no sense. No, we're all equal. So yeah, that's one of the things that another thing I would like to say is like we're living moments where we know we're doing all this kind of work, but and I think it was last year or maybe the year before that we heard from Father that he said like enough is enough. Okay, now it's the moment when really that enough is enough is getting to the last stage kind of. If you're faking this kind of things, The reality is is gonna be just, in tune what you really are thinking and energizing. The reality is gonna show you that, not what you think. So yeah, it's better to see situations as they're still teaching us. If there are still things that we need to learn, we're gonna be taught until we learn the lesson. If we don't learn the lesson, we know what happens. We're gonna be faced with another cycle to learn the same lesson until we learn it. This is a time where we cannot hide. The truth will be revealed for everyone in an individual level, in a global level, in every kind of level we can imagine at this point. So yeah, courage. It's important in these times, and trust and perseverance. Because two other things that I want to say, kind of short. I saw in the Telegram group that someone was asking about Lee Mudway, saying, "Where has he gone?" Oh, he's here all the time, as he did from the beginning. He's always monitoring everything. The thing is that when some situations that he already learned, so he don't need to go through them to learn them, but he sees that other people are playing some other situations because they still need to learn something. One cannot, do anything. Just wait until the others do what they need to do to come back to the flock, but with their fundamental beliefs and idea more solid. They're not solid? Okay, go and make them solid. If not, we cannot reach to that unity that we speak of. The unity is mainly to be united in understanding the fundamental concepts of what we are and what we come here to do. Like in a general idea, you come here to just glow, to be the light that you are, and to help enlighten everything. That's kind of, it's our main job. For that, we need to take care of our own like darknesses. So Lee's already kind of like done that. So he's kind of like always in the background, monitoring everything, seeing. That's why we were speaking. We're not having many votes at this time. Philippines mainly is the one carrying GPMS forwards. And GPMS is a tool that cannot be you cannot make GPMS dirty. GPMS is a tool, it's absolutely pure. So the people that are involved in GPMS, what they do, it can be pure or not. That doesn't mean it doesn't touch GPMS. Hey, here's Lee. Hello.
Hi, Brother
Background,
Lee.
observing everything. Much love to you all, beautiful sisters and brothers over there. Yeah, Cambodia is beautiful and lots going
Evening.
on in the world, but GPMS is still the answer, the solution, and the inevitable. Keep going, onwards and upwards. We got this. Much love.
Yes,
Mhm.
definitely. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, he's always like there. But at the time, it's the same as we're saying. It's the path is fractally the same individual as globally. And in this past few months, more than going and doing, it was more to going inside to reflect. So in the real world, there was not much doing. And again, when you're sharing a powerful tool like this GPMS, that it's so pure, there's going to be a point where you start doing some kind of questions to yourself. It's like, I'm supporting this plan that is so pure. It's about people coming together in benevolence and in the benefit of all, not causing harm. It's beautiful. But then you go like, okay, am I ready to live in that reality that I'm speaking of? And that's where maybe some fears come in. And that's where maybe some people that they were out of the system, they were brought back again into it a little bit. And that's just showing that you need a little bit more work to be done to really be able to get yourself more unstuck and separate yourself even more to those material attachments, to those attachments that we had mentally of how things should be. Also people talking about like the darkness and there's darkness. Yes, there's not darkness. Okay. But if we are light beings, dark doesn't kill light. Never. Light always kills dark. Always. If you turn on the lights, there's no dark. There's no chance. The darkness has no chance at winning. So the main point would be to focus your own energy into glow your light as much as possible. So there's no darkness within. If there's no darkness within, you cannot attract the darkness without. And the darkness without come, there's nothing to do. It gets repelled. Because it's just like it's physics, they vibrate differently. So no amount of darkness in the outside, if you are very well in your light, it's gonna affect you. And that's where you, with your light glowing more powerful and brighter, it helps others also to glow brighter and brighter. And the brighter that we turn everything, the less darkness that it will be. So logically, it's kind of easy. Then monitoring your own darkness or having the courage to accept that sometimes there's a little bit of darkness around there trying to hide inside of yourself. Well, we could deny it, but at this times I think that it's like the carpet is gonna pull, the rug is gonna pull from beneath your feet. We need to learn this now. We need to release all the fears and all these questions. When are we gonna get our money? When are we gonna do this? When are we gonna do that? The best thing that everybody can do itself is know themselves, love themselves, raise their own frequency. That's the only thing that will accelerate the whole process. We have seen already how hard it is to share mouth to mouth, and we go to places, we share it, but we also need like the support of the energy that we're already raising. That's why that we know that GPMS is gonna happen. We just don't know when. And apparently GPMS, as the global, as the individuals, it needed also a little bit of stirring to see if things were clean or there were still things that needed to be worked out. So we're kind of in the middle of that. There are other issues that also we can speak about what's going on GPMS, but really it's not different of what is happening in the whole world and inside each one of us too. Getting rid of what no longer serves. It's harmonics, mainly. I know, what do you think, sister?
Yes, marami po akong napansin sa mga nagtatanong sa atin sa GC na nagtatanong ng update, nagpa-follow up, ano na po ang nangyari, bakit po sinabing November, tapos ngayon anong petsa na, April na, wala pa ba yan? So, ganito po. Kaya tayo nag-uusap ngayon, ang dinidiscuss po ni Sister Mariana is about darkness and about us being the light beings. Tayo po kasing mga tao dito sa mundo, hindi tayo basta tao lang. We are all spirit beings. And as spirit beings, meron pong nakalaan para sa atin. Yun na nga yung tinutukoy ng divine plan ng nasa website ng GPMS, at ang GPMS po ay isang tool or isang sasakyan na kung saan kailangan nating makasakay, makasabay para tayo ay makarating kung saan doon tayo nakalaan na manirahan. Yun ang ating birthright. Yun ang ating karapatan bilang mga tao na nilikha dito sa mundo. Masyadong matalinhaga, yes, opo. Pero kung familiar tayo sa mga ipinapahayag sa magandang balita sa Bible, lalo na po sa chapter ng Apokalipsis, Revelation, yung sinasaad po doon ay nangyayari na ngayon. This timeline, tayo na nabubuhay ngayon, nakararanas, nakakakita ng mga signs ng end times na tinatawag nila, yung end times po ay para sa darkness. Katapusan ng panahon ng paghahari ng kadiliman, ng kasamaan sa buong sanlibutan. Yun po ang magwawakas. Yun ang magtatapos. At ang GPMS ay inihain, ibinaba para makita ng mga tao natin kung saang direksyon tayo papunta. Na tayo ay hindi kasama na mawawala, maglalaho dito sa mundo ng kasamaan. Yun po ang totoong nangyayari ngayon. Kaya sa mga nakausap ko po dati sa pagpapaliwanag ko sa kanila, ang GPMS po ay hindi basta ayuda lamang. Ito po ay pagbabago ng buhay ng sangkatauhan. Lahat tayo dito sa buong mundo, magbabago ang buhay natin. Hindi na natin mararanasan ang miserable pamumuhay na kailangan natin kumayod magtrabaho ang mga bata, mag-aral mabuti, magpakabait, maging masunurin sa magulang, sa mga guro. Magkaroon ng mataas na grado, magandang hanap buhay. We are practically living the life of mga alipin. Alipin, modern day na alipin. Dahil tayo po ay nasa survival mode. Makaraos lang. Ganun ang takbo ng pamumuhay natin eh. Makaraos lang. May makain lang. May maipampaaral lang. Na kung iisipin po natin, bilang tayo, alam natin, tanggap natin na tayo lahat ay anak ng Diyos. At tayo ang pinakamahalagang nilalang, nilikha niya dito sa mundo. Dahil inilaan niya lahat ng nasa kalikasan para sa ating tao. Pero anong nangyari? Kung tayo yung pinakamahalaga, bakit parang napakahamak ng ating kalagayan? Hindi katanggap-tanggap. So yun po ngayon ang ipinakikita sa atin ng GPMS. Kung mababasa niyo po ang detalye ng divine plan na nasa website, makikita niyo po doon kung ano ang nakalaan para sa ating lahat. Ang masagana, mapayapa, malaya at pamumuhay na puno ng pagmamahalan lamang na gaya ng ating amang lumikha sa lahat. Siya po ay pure, unconditional love. Sa magulang na tao, alam natin kung gaano kalaki ang pagmamahal ng magulang sa kanyang mga anak. Mas hihigit ba ang tao kaysa pagmamahal ng Diyos? Hindi. So, yun po yung ating hinaharap. Yun ang nakalaan para sa ating lahat na maranasan natin ngayon. Okay, matanda na ako, senior na ako, yan yung sinasabi ng iba. Ang tagal niyan, hindi ko naaabutin yan, mamamatay na ako. Kaiintay. Sige po, given, tanggap natin, hindi kakayanin ng iyong katawang lupa, pero may anak ka, may apo ka, at may future generations pa na paparating. Dahil hindi po magwawakas ang lahi ng tao dito sa mundo. Tuloy-tuloy po yan. E di, ayaw mo bang makapag-ambag, makapag-contribute sa pag-co-create, pagtulong sa paglikha ng mundo na nakalaan para sa future generation? Yun po ang kahulugan. Yun ang pinaka-importante na silbi ng ating pagsang-ayon, yung pagbibigay ng ating mga pangalan, yung pag-share nitong GPMS sa ating mga kapwa para ipalista ang kanilang mga pangalan sa website. Yun po yun. More than anything else. Di natin kailangan maging matalino. Di natin kailangan ng mga diploma. ng degree, ng mga yaman. Kailangan lang po natin maunawaan natin kung ano ang tunay na kalalagayan natin dito sa mundo bilang mga anak ng prime source creator, ng dakilang lumikha sa ating lahat. At kung ano talaga ang inilalaan niya para sa bawat isa sa atin. Yun po ang purpose ng GPMS. Sana po, maunawaan nating lahat kung ano yung mensahe nito. Ang mga kaguluhan na nangyayari sa mundo, bawat panig, bawat bansa, nakakaranas ng pagbaha, lindol, etc., etc. Kung titingnan natin, magugunaw na ba ang mundo? Kung ikaw yung nasa kalagitnaan ng ganoong mga kalamidad, matatakot ka talaga. Pero wala pong dapat ikatakot kasi nangyayari ang lahat ng mga bagay dito sa mundo dahil sa mahalagang kadahilanan na iyan po ay pagbabago. Pagbabago, lilipas at mawawala ang luma para sa pag-usbong, pagyabong, pagsibol, pagsilang ng bagong mundo. Kaya tayo po, we are co-creating the new heaven on earth, ang bagong Jerusalem. Yan po yung ginagawa natin ngayon. Sana po maunawaan nyo. Hindi nyo man maunawaan ngayon, marami na akong nasabihan ng ganyan, okay lang. Dadating po yung sariling oras, panahon, na ang kamalayan, kaunawaan, consciousness ng bawat